Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call Allah Yahweh Hashem Shah, Hashem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim that pushing this word in truth and sincerity, man. Shalom. We're coming out here another camp day prophesying the downfall against this wicked kingdom, right, called America, which is known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great and spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? But basically what I'm going to be getting into is, the great evils that the Lord is finna send upon America, right? And he's plaguing other countries in the world as well. Right, you see the coronavirus that's doing some damage over there in Asia, right? You see the different upwards of the people in these different European countries, right? And none of that's touched America, right? There has been a few cases, like 14 if I'm not mistaken, of coronavirus here in America, but that ain't shit compared to what is happening in Wuhan, China right now, right? And really we know that's a lot more people dropping dead over there in China because they're making a big deal out of it, right? And they're sending 500,000 nurses over there, right? It would only make sense for it to be a big deal, right? Because they're controlling the narrative and lying and shit, saying that there's not that many people dying from it. But we know that there is, all right? The reason they're lying and shit because they don't want the people to start panicking, right? That's the only reason they're lying about it, all right? And then I seen something in the article. It's basically saying, this doctor, he said that that virus has been around, man, which proves that Esau, he created this shit, man. If it's been around, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just pop up out of nowhere. Those damn chinks, they've been eating bats and scorpions and all types of abominable foods for centuries, you know what I'm saying? So why all of a sudden are they catching a virus from it, right? We know that Esau, he sent that shit over there, man. All right, but it's ultimately the Lord, right? Proverbs 20 and 24, man. Man's goings are of the Lord, right? The Lord, Esau is the Lord's sword, man. Right? He used Esau to, send destruction upon the earth, right? But not only pestilence is going to be here in America, man, but it's going to be a lawless society as well, right? People going to be running around, raping as they please, shooting, killing people, robbing, doing as they please, man. Like the scripture tells you in 2nd Ezra, was it 15 if I'm not mistaken, it tells you people are not going to regard their kings nor princes, man. Meaning, the government and shit like that. People are not going to listen to what they say. They're not going to be abiding by the laws here in America, right? Say, hey, you're going to be punished for stealing. People not going to give a fuck. They're going to do what they want, all right? And Slacky, if y'all can barely see me, shit, it got dark pretty quick. All right, but the first scripture I'm going to get is Romans, the 13th chapter. All right, this Romans 13 and 11, and it says, and do this, knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep. For now our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. Right, man, it's time to wake out of sleep, right? Being spiritually dead, man. It's time to put that shit off, man, and come into this true wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Shah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time, we're living in a time of war and great evils, man. You know what I'm saying? And great destruction, all right? And when you live in the times like that, man, it's not time to be sleeping shit, right? You got to get on your game, you know what I'm saying? Which is, hey, this wisdom right here, man. All right, it's not a time to be sleep, being in that Hellenized state of mind, right? We know 2/3 of our people, they're not going to repent, and they are going to, continue to be in a Hellenized state of mind, right? I mean, we really out here for the elect, all right? But we're telling everybody, man, to wake out of, that dead state of mind, right? And to wake the hell up to, what's actually finna happen, all right? Because that salvation is nearer than when we first believed, man. The Lord, he finna make his way back here, man, right? And he ain't coming back with no sweet shit. He gonna come back with death and destruction, man. That's what he's gonna come to do, right? And save his elect, and that's it, right? You can say that you believe in the Lord knows your heart and all that, all you want to. But shit, hey, when the Lord come back, he'll be like, hey, depart from me, I have not known you, all right? Because you're not, repenting and doing his work, all right? And from here, let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. All right, this 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. And it says, "Oh my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And then those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man." Right, make ready to the battle. Right, prepare yourself mentally and spiritually on the different evils that are finna come upon here in America. Right, because it's gonna hit America bad. It's gonna hit America way worse than what these other countries are going through. You know what I'm saying? That's why you should be meditating, you know, on what's to come, you know, as much as you can, man. Prepare yourself, all right? You know, think of, you know, what would you do, man, if, you know, Esau was kicking your door and you in the middle of the field and shit, but your family in there and they finna catch bullets, all right? Think about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been thinking about that lately, man. You know what I'm saying? It kind of hurt me to know that, you know, my family in there in the house chilling and shit, and Esau coming kicking the door and they didn't even know it, and they get shut up, you know, that shit, you know, it bothers me, man, but, you know, at the end of the day, man, shit, you gotta keep it pushing, all right? So these are the different things that you be meditating on, man. When the scripture says, be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man, right? So we're not gonna be staying in just one particular spot, just chilling and cooling. We're gonna be moving around, all right? You see, like in the book of Eli, you know, he was, constantly moving around, all right? And everywhere you go, there's gonna be, you know, evils, man, right? Evils are gonna be pilgrims upon the earth as well, man. Everywhere you go, everywhere you look, there's gonna be some shit popping off, all right? Believe that. All right, from here, let's go to Ephesians, the 4th chapter. This is Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, if indeed you have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua, that you put off concerning the former conduct, the old man which grows corrupt according to the deceitful lust, man. Right, man. When you come into this world, you got to put off that old man. Right? That old man being the different struggles that you're going through in the earth, or, you know, in the world and shit like that. Basically being a worldly person, man. Right? No matter if it's smoking, being a drunkard, or adulterer, a murderer, whatever it is, man, you got to put off that old man. All right? It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which was created according to Yahweh in true righteousness and holiness, man. You got to put on that new man, right? Serve Yahweh Shemel Shai in truth and sincerity, man. Stop smoking and repent, man, right? That's that new man, all right? Be renewed in the spirit, all right? And from here, let's go to Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter. This is Ezekiel 33:1. It says, again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of your people, and say to them, when I bring the sword upon a land, and the people of the land take a man from their territory, and make him their watchman, when he sees the sword coming upon the land, if he blows a trumpet and warns the people, then whoever hears the sound of the trumpet and does not take warning, if the sword comes and takes him away, his blood shall be upon his own hand, right? And the Lord has raised up his prophets, right? And we're blowing that spiritual trumpet, warning the people of the different evils that are coming upon, or that are finna come upon America, all right? And, you know, our job is to warn the people, all right? Blow that trumpet, let them know that, you know, death is coming to here, man, right? And when that time does come and they do die, man, hey, their blood's not gonna be upon our hands, man. Hey, we're gonna be clean, all right? We ain't even gotta worry about it, all right? But I'm gonna continue reading. It says, then whoever hears the sound of the trumpet and does not take warning, if the sword comes upon him and takes him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet, but did not take warning. His blood shall be upon himself, but he who takes warning will save his life. Right, man. People walk by, they see us teaching the word, man. All right, they walking by, they passing by and shit like that, but they're not taking heed, right? So, hey, when they perish, their blood's not gonna be upon us, man. It's not gonna be on our hands. It's gonna be upon their own head, all right? Because they walking by, you know, and basically not listening to that trumpet. Verse 6 says, but if the watchman sees a sword coming and does not blow the trumpet, and the people are not warned, and the sword comes and takes any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood I will require of the watchman's hand. Right, man. So if we know that evil's coming upon the earth, man, and we not out here teaching the highways and the byways, warning the people, shit, their blood is going to be upon our hands, man. So that's why we out here warning the people, right? Ultimately, to receive that salvation, but hey, man, warning the people got to come with it, all right? And from here, let's go to Duke 32. Slack you. All right, this is Deuteronomy 32:27. Had I not feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should misunderstand, lest they should say, our hand is high, and it is not the Lord who has done all this, for they are a nation void of counsel, nor is there any understanding in them. Right, man. Our people are stiff-necked people, man. They hard-headed as hell, right? You can't tell no Jake in the world shit, right? They think they know it all, right? And that's another reason why we don't go to the ghettos, right? People think we scared and shit. That's not even the case, man. The reason we don't go over there because, you know, the Jakes over there carnal as hell, all right? And listen, this is not for them, right? The scripture tells you, man, to go to the chief place of concourse, right, where all nations are, right? The chief place of concourse isn't over there in the ghettos, man. That's strictly only Jake over there, all right? Then it tells you, if I'm not mistaken, I can't word it right, man, but I'm pretty sure you brothers gonna know what I'm talking about. But it's basically saying for us not to go to Nazareth or something like that. Basically, you know, the ghettos, all right? Cause I had one Jake tell me that we scared to go to the damn ghettos, right? Ain't nobody scared of them niggas over there, all right? We don't go over there for a reason though, right? Cause the level of carnality over there, right? All right, let's go to Hosea 4:6. Yeah, man, our people are stiff-necked people. They hard-headed as hell. I be out here trying to teach them and shit, but they be, I don't know, man, Jake throw it off, all right? Yeah, man, our people are too damn gone. Look at them today, man. Hey, listen to the definition of the Gentiles, man. Damn, Slarky. All right, this Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I also will reject you from being priest for me. Right, exactly, man. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They still think they are coloring damn crayon box. Right, they think they from Africa. Think they Africans, right? Into all these different religions and shit like that, false doctrines. Right? Man, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Alright? Yeah, man, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. They think the stuff that we're teaching them, man, the truth of the Bible, they think it's all BS, all right? But hey, man, since they reject knowledge, man, hey, the Lord, he gonna reject them, all right? When you read, you know, a lot of our people don't believe in the stuff that we're telling them, man. But when you read Romans 3:3, it tells you, hey, just because you don't believe in the Lord, man, That don't mean his words ain't true, man. That don't mean that it's probably just gonna happen, man. All right. So just because you don't believe, shit, that's your own personal problem. All right. Because the words that you have about Shema Shah are faithful and true, right? There's a 100% chance that these are gonna happen, man. It's just a fact. All right. For me, let's go to Zechariah, the 13th chapter. What is it, Zechariah? Right. This Zechariah 13:8, and it says, "And it shall come to pass in all the land, says the Lord, that 2/3 in it shall cut off and die, but 1/3 shall be left in it, and I will be the 1/3 through the fire." Right, that's it on that. Hey, man, 2/3 of our people gotta go, right? And it's obvious, you just look at them today, and niggas are all wicked as hell, right? And destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Right? Now we can't just sit there and cuss out a random junkie or anything like that, because it's a chance that he could be part of the elect. All right? The Lord just may have it right now to where he can't get it, right? Because we do know that, some of the elect are going to wake up by seeing other members of the elect performing miracles. All right? So we can't just sit there and judge and say who's a 2/3 and who's not. All right? But hey, man, 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, though. All right, because they rejecting the knowledge of the Lord, all right, and they too far gone. All right, let's go to the Apocrypha. I'm gonna start getting into the, the different evils that are gonna come upon America. But I'm gonna start off with 2nd Ezra 9. I'm gonna start at 1. All right, this 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Right, man. Measure the time diligently. Right? You see the things that are going on in the world, right? The pestilences, earthquakes. Hey, earthquakes been popping off like a motherfucker, man. You see the earthquakes popping off the upwards of the people. Right? And shit, another thing is too, I seen an article, man. It's basically saying that an article, man, they reached a record-breaking temperature down there, man. It's like 68 degrees. It's hotter, or it's warmer down there than what it is here in Texas. All right, so that's another sign, man. All right, but hey, man, measure the time diligently. Shit that you see that's happening in the, across the world. Measure that up to the scriptures, Salaki. All right, because the Lord, he's visiting, the world which he made through the different plagues he's sending upon the world, man. All right, and they're gonna get worse and worse, especially here in America, right? And then eventually the Lord, he's gonna come back, right? And he's gonna send some more fire here. All right, let's go to 2nd Ezra 15. I'm starting 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord." Right, and that's what we're doing now. Now, we're speaking to the people the words of Yahweh Shema Shah, right? Warning them, telling them that they're Israelites, telling them to repent before it's too late, and all these different things, man. We're speaking them, the words of prophecy, right? And the different prophecies, according to like Luke 21 and such as that, man. All right. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." Right, man. I mean, hey, just like how Romans 3 and 3 said, hey, man, just because you don't believe, hey, man, your ass, that's up to you, man. Right? Scriptures say, the faithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. So if you don't got any faith, man, hey, that's just on you, man. You're going to die. All right? It says, "Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, right? And you seen that today, man, right? It hasn't came in full effect, you know, to how the prophecies, you know, speak about it, all right? But, you know, it's happening today, man. You know, famine over there in, you know, the middle, the so-called Middle East and Africa, man. Hey, there's a plague of locusts, a big-ass swarm of them over there eating their crops and shit, right? Now they're talking about, you know, they're finna, you know, go into a famine, man, because those locusts are eating away their crops and shit, right? And then here in America, man, there's gonna come a point in time where, you know, the cities get quarantined off because of the different diseases and stuff like that, and these different, you know, food trucks and stuff like that, they're not gonna be importing food to these local grocery stores right here, man. And that's gonna cause a famine, right? And these other nations as well, they're not gonna be importing food over here, all right? It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, right, man? Hey, wickedness is at an all-time high. All right, this place is wicked as hell. Not only America, but these other countries as well, right? Because they drink of the cup of Babylon the Great, right? They love to follow, and they're inspired by America, especially Asia. That's why Lord judging the hell out of them right now, right? Asia or China, hey, man, they going through it, all right? And that's just a little bit of, you know, the destruction that the Lord is sending over there, right? It's going to get, hey, real bad over there, right? And here in America as well. It says, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Right, man, and the Lord, he's been holding his tongue, you know what I'm saying, for quite some time, man. All right? But now the Lord, hey, he's saying, fuck that. I'm finna go ahead and, hey, let these plagues rip and do what they gonna do, and I'm gonna send my son down here, hey, to destroy, you know, and take over, man. All right, the Lord, hey, he tired of all the bullshit that's going on, all right? It says, behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually, right, man? And we complain continually, man, including the spirits, you know, the brothers that are in the spiritual world, man. You know what I'm saying? We complaining to the Lord, hey, man, speed, you know, hey, Lord, speed up the time, all right? When are we going to be revenged, all right? Well, man, we're crying to the Lord continually, man, right? Because we're in hell, right? We're at a lowest state. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hell, and with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, man. Hey, man, right. Woe to the people that dwell therein, man. Their destruction draweth nigh. Draweth nigh, man. Right? Meaning it's near. Alright? And it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, man. Hey, man, race riots gonna be popping off like hell. Alright? You see in America, man, hey, shit, damn near everybody got guns. Alright? So whenever these different race riots pop off, you could best believe people gonna be taking their guns and shooting each other and shit, right? That's just how it's gonna be. Alright? It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? People ain't gonna be listening to the damn government. They're not gonna be abiding by the laws here in America. They're gonna be doing what the hell they want. Alright? They're gonna be kicking in each other's doors, taking their resources and shit. All that's gonna be happening. Alright, like I was saying, it's gonna be a lawless society here in America. It's gonna be bad as hell. Right? People gonna be doing as they please. Right? And you know what happens when you take away laws? Hey, wickedness is death, or I guess you say murder and stuff like that, and thievery. Hey, that be at an all-time high. Alright? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right, man? people gonna be desiring to go into these other cities and shit like that, but they're not gonna be able to, right? Because you know, when they be quarantining these different cities off, man, you're not gonna be able to go to this different city and get in there, man, right? You probably get your ass shot up, right? And other people as well, they're gonna be, you know, besides the military checkpoints that are gonna be stationed in these cities, you know, people, as you see in the movies, they'll be posted up and shit, and when somebody try to come in the city, right, they don't allow them to, man, right? It says because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And for great tribulation, right? You telling your neighbor and shit that you got a little bunker, a little cellar and shit, and you got food stocked up, you preparing, you a doomsday prepper and shit like that. Your neighbor, guess what? He gonna remember that exact thing that you told him during the time of Jacob's trouble. It's gonna spark his mind like, oh shit, I remember such and such was telling me that he got a bunch of food in the cellar. Let's go over there, I'm gonna take his shit. That's exactly how it's gonna be, man. Alright? It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, right? He don't care if you've known him 26 years or anything like that, man. Right? He gonna do what he gotta do to feed his family, right? He got mouths to feed, right? He gonna do by any means necessary, even if that's taking your life, man. Alright? Alright, and that's it on that. Damn, my throat hurt. Let's go to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Alright, the 2nd Ezra 16:1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon, which is America and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with sacks, socket with cloths from sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand, man. Right. So these other nations, hey, so y'all better go ahead and get prepared and do what y'all gonna do, man, because y'all destruction is, hey, it's pretty near, man. Right? Nearer than what we believe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna jump to verse 12. It says, thus saith, it's like it, I can barely see, man. They say the earthquake and the foundations thereof, the sea rises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, and his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, will they begin to be shot to the ends of the world. Right, and I bring out this scripture a lot, and you know other brothers do as well. But basically, this is going into nuclear missiles, all right? Because hey, man, that's the done deal part right there, man. Right? That's the last play that the Lord is going to send upon the earth, all right? And we know that this is talking about missiles because it's impossible to shoot, you know, a little arrow to the ends of the world, man. All right? And when you look at a missile, it resembles an arrow, right? The pointy tip and the little stands and shit, all right? But they're going to be shot to the ends of the world, right? Which is talking about an intercontinental ballistic missile, right? It's clear as day, man. You see, they're testing and they're saying that they can shoot a missile from North Korea all the way over here to America in 35 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, hey, man, that's what that's talking about. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth, man. So, right, once the missiles are shot off and shit, different plagues that the Lord is sending upon the earth, man, hey, man, that's it, man. They gonna do what they created to do, all right? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out until they consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the whole earth shall not return again, man. Right? So these different plagues that the Lord is sending upon the earth and is getting ready to send upon the earth, man. Hey, it's compared to like an archer that shooteth the arrow, and the arrow is, you know, it's not gonna return back again, right? Likewise, these plagues, man, once they pop off, hey, ain't no going back, right? Ain't no going back and, you know, preparing for it, nothing like that, man. Right? Once these plagues are made manifest, hey, they're going to do what they're going to do. It says, woe is me, woe is me. Who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come upon? Slack it. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a moment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? And two to our people, man, whenever all hell breaking loose, they still gonna do what they gonna be doing, man. They still gonna be trying to smoke weed and shit. They still gonna be in that 2/3 mindset, whenever these different planes are coming upon the earth, man. Right? They're not gonna be thinking about repenting and turning to the Lord or anything like that, nor are they gonna have time to, right? Because the grace period is gonna be up by then, right? By people, even when all hell break loose, they're not even gonna be thinking about getting right or anything like that, man. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think upon themselves to be good in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, right? So it's going to come a point in time where, those that do escape, the hunger, the famine, hey, man, the sword is going to destroy them, right? And the sword could be, the diseases, right? Esau mowing you down, one of these devils out here, or one of these demons out here mowing you down, hey, whatever it is, man, right? You may escape the hunger, but, hey, man, you escape the hunger, hey, the sword going to destroy you, right? And the sword also going into the missiles. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Right, so you could best believe when all these different plagues are being sent upon the earth, and when Esau comes in like a flood, comes down with that great wrath pursuant to Revelations 12:12, there's going to be dead bodies everywhere. Right, you read Psalms 91:7, it tells you that, 1,000 shall fall at thy right side, and 10,000 at thy left, man. It's going to be dead bodies everywhere. Right? It's going to be a point where you walk, you got to step over bodies and shit. It's going to be like that, right? Because the dead are going to be cast out as dung, right? And there's going to be none to comfort them, right? So you're not going to have time to be, tell Esau, time out, let's plan a funeral for my mama and shit like that, all right? Your mama died, man. Hey, guess what you're going to have to do? You got to step over it, right? And that's that mindset that you're going to have, man, right? Because if you weeping and mourning of your mama dying and shit, man, that shit gonna bring you down, and you're gonna lose, that tunnel vision. All right. It says, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks, man. So it's gonna be some I Am Legend shit, man. And if you brother ain't seen that movie, man, I suggest y'all watch it. All right, it's spiritual. All right, it's called I Am Legend. All right, it's basically Will Smith. He was in the city by himself because of I guess a virus had broke out, and he was like the only one in the city type shit.